Dating 101. How to get a programmer girlfriend. 1. Get a programmer boyfriend. 2. Buy him a pair of programmer socks. 3. Wait the baking time of 2 years. Ta-da! Now you have a programmer girlfriend. Oh shit. Is that what happened with me and my wife? Well, love! Hey kids, welcome on in for a new trans meme video. And it's just me. Yeah, I know. I've had a lot of collabs recently, and I thought this week I would take it off by myself and just, have a little time between the two of us. So, you ready for some memes? Yeah? Memes. So, I'm trans. I hope it won't change anything between us. My dad. Did you just thumbs up to my coming out scene? Yeah, I mean, this is literally how my dad was. I feel like sometimes parents, mainly dads, just don't care a whole lot. They're just like, whatever makes you happy is good enough for me. So it's just, I guess on one hand, I guess good that they're just like, all right, cool. Anyways, back to the sports ball. But at the same time, it's just one of the things of like, God, I kind of just wish that you would be a little bit more supportive and just like say something, whether it be a congratulatory, like, oh my God, congrats. Or even just like, you know what? I'm proud of you, daughter. And then for all my trans guys out there, you know what? I'm proud of you, son. And finally, I gotta include my non-binary people in there. You know what? I'm proud of you, my little creature. Creature, is creature good? Are you good with creature? Let me know in the comments. Would you all prefer for me to continue calling like cryptid? Cryptid. How many of y'all are cryptids? Get in the comments. Let me know. Let me know how you see your gender. Are you kind of like an amorphous blob? Are you just a walking, talking joke? Because that's how my wife is. She's just whatever her gender is, whatever makes a joke. So yeah. Sometimes I say, oh yeah, this is my husband. Just really rub it into conservatives every once in a while. That's a rare occasion, but when I see the opportunity, I take it. I think I salvaged some fancy stuff not too long ago. Aha! Try this on. Oh, and there should be some roses you could wear too. Beautiful! It's too long though. I suppose we could hem it. Oh, dance with some rich jerks so I can snag their wallets. Steal from the rich. That's just it. Especially whenever you have friends. Oh my God, that rose is so cute on the little ear. God. I don't know. It's just one of the things of like, it's always super great whenever you're able to find people who support you for who you are and they just want to see you to be happy and maybe cause some mischievous crimes. But it's only from the rich. They stole that money in the first place anyway. So we're just giving it back to the people who deserved it in the first place. Yep. Hello? Hello? Local trans woman? Yeah? I just want to congratulate you on the bottom surgery you just recently went under. Thank you. That's so nice. But I bet you don't have the balls to do it a second time. There you go. There's my joke left. I don't know how... Well... Yeah, I don't know. There you go. There's my Joker live. All right, sign me up for the next animated Batman series. Let me do a Joker, I guess. That was so bad. I bet it was. Anyways, yeah, these are the kind of jokes that I would want for the trans community. Like, seriously, if you're an ally and you're gonna be making jokes about the trans community, this is definitely one of them where I'm just like, yeah. But also, what, you don't think I wouldn't have the balls to do it a second time? Listen, if I had the balls to do it a second time, I would. Except the balls that I currently have are a little bit higher up. I would like those to be a little bit bigger. Hey mom, I'm trans. I already knew. Well, you know what? That seems about like my family. Listen, I came out to my mom and she was just like, yeah, listen, I knew something about you was a little queer and I couldn't really ever place my finger on it, but I knew you were gay. And I was just like, yeah, you were so close, mom. You were so close. So, but it's kind of funny how parents always just like know things, whether we actually want them to know or not know, but oh well. Campaign 1. Welcome to the table. So what kind of character did you make? Oh, I made a super cool sorcerer, but I made her a girl because I thought it would be funny to play a girl. Campaign 3. Huh? You're gonna play a girl again? Yeah, I just feel like I can relate more with girl characters. Still sis though. Campaign 6. You're gonna play a guy? Yeah, it's true. I mean, when you think about it, I don't feel like I have to play as a girl because being a girl isn't a fantasy anymore. Facts. I mean, in all honesty, whenever it comes to like tabletop RPGs, it's the like best way to explore one's identity and try things out. And quite frankly, and in all honesty, it helps a ton. Like for me personally, I mean, this was me. You know, whenever I first did a campaign with friends and I played as a girl character, they're like, "You're playing a girl?" I was like, "Yeah, I mean, well, I only ever have played women in like video games and in other forms of media. So like, you know, well, why change it? You know, it's fun. I kind of enjoy it. And, you know, gotta be the diversity of the team, you know? And then by the time I hit the next campaign, I tried playing a male character and everyone was just like, "You're playing a guy?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I thought I would change it up a little bit and never mind, put me back on a girl character." And they were just like, "Yeah, that feels right. Yeah, you playing a girl character feels completely and totally correct. Everything's right with this campaign now." Will I ever play a male character? Probably not ever. And it's not because I don't like, you know, it's not because I will not ever want to, but it's just I've always played with women and it's always been fun to play women, just like personally speaking. And yeah, but at the same time, I feel like for a lot of trans people, finally being able to like play the opposite gender to what you are now, it feels comfortable to do so because it's all fantasy. It's all make-believe. It doesn't really honestly matter all that much. And you could just be yourself. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention this, but the character that I switched back to, who was a girl, was just me. It was just me, but as with a PhD and also could cast spells. So yeah, that should have been a little bit more of a sign than it was. What on earth are you doing? The same thing every trans woman does, manifesting my boobs to magically appear. Don't you mean womanifesting? I guess. No, themanifesting. Sorry, I had to. God, that joke is so good. Manifesting? More like womanifesting. No, themanifesting. So thank you, Tony, for honestly starting that entire joke. I love those jokes so much. Shout out to you for the original bits. But yeah, I kind of sit there and I just go, "Come on, get bigger, get bigger, get bigger, 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 bigger." And they don't really change a whole lot. So now I've decided to go the other way. "Tommy, get smaller, get smaller, just get smaller, get smaller." I mean, I have been going to the gym a lot more. And yeah, your girl might be becoming a little jacked. A little bit, you know, fellow trans muscle mommy in the house. And that is your one use of mommy for me, by the way. Don't ever call me mommy unless you're calling me a muscle mommy. All right? That's your one. That's your one. That's the one you get. All right? Cool. Anyways. Well, queer people do get advantages. How do you mean? I mean, there's anti-discrimination laws, you know, affirmative action. Not anymore. Anyways, I mean, those laws exist because of how common discrimination was, how common it still is. The systems are built on discrimination. So even when we get in, the pre-existing values and systems make it difficult to stay. So no, I don't think that's an advantage. It's the bare minimum. Yeah. And that's kind of just the thing. It's just like, it is the bare minimum. It's the bare minimum to be able to have the right to be able to have a job. Like, are you kidding me? Do you know how hard it is for me to have been able to find a job in my field? I'm a computer engineer. I'm a software developer. And the fact that like I'm having AI shoved down my throat just to be able to get a job, and I absolutely refuse to do that, has made it near impossible for me to find a job on top of the fact that I'm trans. Like, I remember in a interview that I had when I was getting my feedback onto why I wasn't given the job, the guy literally said, you know, if you can get into your field and work a little bit longer and work a little bit more and you mature your job a little more, not to say that you're not mature, but you know, and I was just like, did you just call me a child indirectly? And the other thing too is just like, well, if you want me to be able to mature my job a little bit more and for me to get more experience and you're not giving me the junior position, how the fuck am I supposed to get a job? How am I supposed to get more experience? Huh? Yeah, it's just annoying and it's kind of really frustrating. So the other thing too is just like the number of jobs that have just not called back. Like, I'll do an opening interview, think that I crushed it, ghosted. has been too high. And I think that most of that probably just comes from the fact of like how I sound. Like they see my name on a paper and like, oh, a woman. And then they miss the whole part where I've marked myself as being trans. And, you know, they might have this preconception that I'm going to sound very feminine and very eloquent and be this prim, proper young white lady who can speak so clearly and so distinguished for myself. And yet here I am. Howdy y'all, how are y'all doing today? I hope you've been having a very wonderful day today. I once again see that classism hasn't really ever left. Not that it has ever left, and not that it hasn't impacted my life. It has impacted my life a ton, and I have struggled for most of my life to get a job. It's one of the things of like, I struggle to get a job, but once I get in the job, they're like, oh my God, you got so much done so fast. What the hell? And I was like, yeah, maybe if you hired more queer people and maybe more people of color, you would find people who are extremely eager to work and willing to get stuff done. And now that I've been off the job market for 3 years and honestly have made my own career out of YouTube, I don't want to go back. And honestly, that's all thanks to you all. Seriously, I don't think I would be able to do a lot of this if it wasn't for you all. I know I put a lot of hard work into these videos, and I know I put a lot of hard work into figuring out collabs and what it is that I'm going to be reacting to, but it comes from you all as well, and I appreciate that. So thank you. Have you seen the news? What? No. Go check out the counterterrorism strategy that was posted. All right, what's this? Violent left-wing extremists, anti-fascist, radically pro-transgender, extreme transgender ideologies. If you hurt Americans, we will find you and we will you. Huh? What the hell did trans people do? Nothing. And that's just it. This is the time where it's finally time for people who are not a part of the community to be as vocal as they possibly can and to speak out as much as they can. I've been seeing a lot of this discourse recently online, and this isn't just for like the trans community. I'll be getting into it a little bit more, and I've talked about this on stream a couple of times, but when you're not a part of a community, so we'll use the trans community as an example, but you want to help the trans community out, your silence is compliance. You are complying with all the oppression that is happening to the trans community. And if your immediate response is, well, but I'm just going to let trans people speak up. I'm just going to let trans people talk about it. I'm just going to let trans people, discuss the things. That's great, and I love that. I love that you're allowing for trans people to take up space and room. However, trans videos, concerns about trans people, and anything that goes around the trans community gets actively suppressed by algorithms, period. That's it. And when you don't use your platform, when you're somebody who is a larger creator who doesn't use your platform to say loudly and clearly that you support the trans community and that you are reposting and reblogging and bringing on trans content creators and various creators within the trans community to talk about the things that are going on, to, discuss things that are happening, you are actively partaking in the genocide that is happening. Full stop. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been seeing a decline in my views more recently, and this is not like over the past couple of months, but like over the past year, I have seen the decline of views happening. And it's not just me, it's other trans content creators as well. We see that the hammer's coming down on us, and actively not doing anything to uplift those voices or to share those voices hurts. And all you're actively doing is you're just partaking within the genocide itself and staying silent. You're staying quiet. You're one of the people who's like, well, if only we knew about the Rwanda massacre, if only we knew about the genocide that was happening in Gaza, if only we knew about the genocide that was happening in South Africa, if only we knew about the genocide in Congo, or it just continues. And your willingness to stay silent and to stay ignorant and not help uplift voices is the issue. So that's honestly why it's always so important to share, like, comment, get as much information as you possibly can, and to allow for a lot of people within this community to have a louder voice, to have a louder platform, to have the ability to speak, because we are the canary in the coal mine. We are one of the many canaries in the coal mine who are dying actively because nobody's listening, because nobody cares, because it doesn't affect them. And I think because it doesn't affect them, that it's not going to ever get to them, but it's going to get to you. One of these days, you're going to be sitting there just wondering how you lost your rights to being a woman, how you lost all your voting rights, how you lost all of your rights to be able to have a job. And that's because you let the trans people die. And I just want to say, this is not just for the trans community. This is about a lot of other communities as well. Whenever it comes to being immigrants or having a disability or being Black or being indigenous or being Asian, it all applies the same. You can't be silent. If you are aware of the things that are going on, you cannot be silent, and you should be reposting and reblogging. Marsha P. Johnson explaining to white gays how to get liberation. All right, everyone, say it with me now. We would not have queer rights, the rights of the LGBTQ community, if it wasn't for a Black trans woman, period. And one of the things is just like, oh my God, okay, piggybacking off the trans conversation I had earlier, like we want cis people to go out there and be getting in the uncomfortable conversations and talking for us and discussing what it means, like what we're going through and everything, and not being silent on the trans genocide that is happening. Why does that immediately stop when we want to talk about Black trans people? Why do we immediately want to like turn around and just be like, oh, well, we'll just let Black trans people talk about that, but we need more cis people to talk about trans issues. What the hell? No, seriously, what the hell? And this isn't like calling anybody out specifically, because there's been a lot of discourse about this and it always happens every once in a while, but like seriously, why are you doing the job as segregationist? Full stop. Why are you doing the job of segregationist? And I know some of you might be sitting there like, Kat, why are you talking about this? Because for the same reasons I stated whenever it came to talking about trans issues. It's because whenever it comes to talk about Black issues, a lot of that gets suppressed by the algorithm and their message doesn't get out. So yeah, me talking about Black issues is to help echo their voices and to help uplift them a little bit so that way they can have a platform and talk about the things that they need to get talked about, period. It's just, and like, listen, I'm not free of criticism, right? I know for myself personally, I haven't done an amazing job of also working with Black trans content creators. And I really want to change that. I really want to be able to talk to more and to work with more. And quite frankly, and in all honesty, my DMs are open to you all. This is my invitation. And, or quite frankly, if you're a viewer who's watching this right now and you wanted me to go reach out to somebody, please let me know in the comments. Let me know who I should reach out to, all right? Because the thing is like, we need to work together as a community, which means if we're going to do things as a community, we need to protect our most vulnerable people within the community. And again, this isn't just for when it comes to, you know, Black trans content creators. It could also be Asian, Latin, Indigenous. Please, for the love of God, you know, get in touch with me. I would love to be able to chat, figure out what we can do together, just period. And especially during this Pride Month, like there's so much that has been going on that we need to work together and we need to build coalitions and we need to speak on the issues that are happening and to help each other out. That's the message I've always been waiting to send, is we are here to help others out. We're here to try to speak up for others, especially those who can't speak up for themselves. So yeah, if you're a trans person of color, my DMs are open and I would love to have a little conversation with you and maybe we can figure some stuff out. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Except trans people. This is absolutely not what I meant. We literally have a trans lesbian couple in the IDW comics. How would you be against it? You claim to love our franchise, yet you refuse to listen to our message. Don't bother. Many of us tried to teach inclusivity. They only care about the punches thrown. It's one of the things of like, if you actually read the comics, you understand that like a lot of the time, the bad guy, the villain, are the far right, or the people who are trying to be conservative and like keep things as they are and, you know, whitewash everything. And it's really disgusting. It's just one of the things of like, people just don't have media literacy. I mean, seriously, it's the whole reason why Spider-Man has a mask on. Anybody could be behind the mask. And that's not supposed to mean that like, you know, the character is going to be a self-reflection of you. It's more of like, the character could be anybody. It could be a person of color. It could be a trans person. It could be somebody who's gay. You never know. You'll never know. And that's okay. Because at the end of the day, who somebody is shouldn't matter so much as to what their actions are. And if their actions are to help as many people out as possible and to help those around them, to help their community, then that's what should matter. Not that they're gay, not that they're trans, not that they're, you know, Black or Hispanic or Indigenous or an immigrant or disabled. None of that really matters. That is just an aspect of the person that, you know, makes their life a little bit harder potentially. And that's all there is to it. It's not any kind of label of their character or anything. Their characters marked by their actions. Prescription ready for Mr. Dead Name. Okay, that one was probably on me. No jewelry, no waistline, no makeup. These things happen. Mr. Dead Name, your script is ready whenever you are. No more Mr. Nice Girl. Wait, Miss Nice Girl. For fuck's sake, she got me doing it. Baby, what are you doing in there? I'm scheming. Your script is filled, Mr. Dead Name. I will choke you out. Oh my God. Seriously, why is it so hard for like a pharmacist? Literally, you can have preferred names. You can have preferred pronouns. It's not that hard. Your doctor can even do that for you whenever they send in the prescription. Like, it's not, that pharmacist. That's absolutely that pharmacist. Dinner. Kissy, kissy, kissy. But also, hell yeah! I ran as a woman to him! Nice, dude! Why does my brain do that? It was an objectively awful experience. I guess after a lifetime of invalidation, wires get crossed. It's one of the things of like, whenever it comes to euphoria, right? It's one of the things of like, you know that this is disgusting and it's wrong, but at the same time, it feels very satisfying to be seen as your gender. And you really appreciate the fact that you're seen as your gender. So it's kind of two-folded, right? It's a double-edged sword. It's on one side, you have the extremely comforting of like, oh, my gender was seen correctly. Hell yeah, fucking celebrate. Whereas the other side is like, oh my God, why? Gross. I know. And I think that's just kind of it. It's like a lot of it just comes from, on some level, you are being affirmed, and that's kind of really nice. But at the same time, you recognize that it's not okay and you understand that it's gross. So complicated feeling for sure. And that's okay. I use its pronouns, but isn't that dehumanizing? Depends on how you're using them. If the person says that their pronouns are its, no, that's not dehumanizing. But when you have somebody like a politician addressing another politician who's using they them pronouns as it, that is dehumanizing. When it's oh my God, I swear sometimes people's like ability to like have media literacy and also comprehension and some nuance to things, it's just gone. Like it's just disappeared. And the other thing too is just like, so what if somebody wants to use its pronouns? How does that harm you? How does that hurt you? And it's not dehumanizing to the person who's doing it because that's just what feels most comfortable for them. So why do you care so much? Like the only time you should care is if somebody, like if you know the pronouns of a person and somebody's calling that person it, and its is not their pronoun, then you should be calling that person out. Like the person who's using the its pronouns, that shouldn't be. Jesus Christ. I swear people are just like looking for some kind of way to just have like performative allyship in ways. And it's just like, stop trying to buy yourself brownie points. You're not doing anybody any justice. Ugh. I want to be trans.
But can you explain what a girl is?
I don't know, and I don't give a shit. I just want to be a girl. Facts. And then the thing too is like, oh yeah, can you define what a woman is? Who the fuck gives a shit? Like, who cares? Who absolutely cares what it means to be a woman? Because at the end of the day, no matter how you try to dissect what it means to be a woman or what it means to be a man, you're going to leave people out. And that's kind of just the thing. It's just like, it doesn't matter if you have this definition. At some point in time, you're going to exclude people and you're going to exclude them, especially if you try to boil it down to like their body parts and everything else. Like, it's just one of the things of like, some of the most beautiful women that I have seen are trans women. And it's because they have put so much time into who they are and they figured out who they are. And it's the same thing with men. Like, some of the best men that I've seen are trans men. And it's because they've taken the time to understand who they are. They haven't fallen for the traps of toxic masculinity, and they've just become amazingly cool men. And the same thing with being non-binary. Like, there's no one defined way to be non-binary. Like, sure, you could be trans non-binary, you could be not trans non-binary, you could be androgynous, you could still look like you're assigned gender at birth, and it doesn't matter. You just are you. You're that gender and or lack of gender, and that's all that matters. And that's all that should matter. So keep being you. It's awesome that you are. Do you really think we're scared of beta males like you? Just took an insult as an affirmation. Yeah, men, my trans guys out there, you know what? I guess kind of revel in the fact that everyone's just like, oh, you'll never be a woman. Yeah, that's the point. That's the fucking point. That's been the entire point this entire time. But, you know, revel in it just a little. It's another thing of like euphoria, right? Because it's just like your gender's being affirmed, but in a gross way. It's like that complicated feeling of, well, shit, now I'm like upholding stereotypes. But on the other hand, I got gendered correctly. I got gendered correctly. Hell yeah. So like, it's just, you know, in some cases, kind of revel in it just a little bit and just be you. It's trans woman, a woman who is trans. It's not that fucking hard. Hashtag trans woman. I'm a binary trans woman using the bathroom as a trans woman. I understand, and the poster that this is coming from Tumblr, so where you are able to actually add spaces into your tags and everything. But it's one of the things of just like, one of the things I don't like seeing is I don't really care to see content of people who are kind of pushing far-right conservative talking points and being like that kind of content, or also trying to reinforce the binary, because that's being transphobic. That's being extremely transphobic, especially to our non-binary and agender and gender fluid peeps. And whenever it comes to stuff like that, like, just stop. And, you know, I'd say, yeah, bring back underscores. And I know, like, for me personally, I kind of fall under this a little bit just because of the way the hashtags work with YouTube and TikTok and Twitch and Instagram. So things are a little bit weird and kind of, but it can be frustrating. And it's one of the things of like, sometimes I would love to be able to see the change for us, and I have to have all this because, quite frankly, being trans, like, we shouldn't have to put trans at the start of being a woman or a man, period. We're just women. We're just men. And it shouldn't matter. And I know, like, for some people, it does kind of matter because it's good to have, you know, representation, being able to see people. And that I care for. Like, that's what I would want to fight for. That's the thing that we should have. But, like, it'd be great if we just moved towards a world where, you know, it didn't feel like you had to put on the trans label, or, you know, you were forced into it. You can just be yourself and, you know, use whatever labels work for you, and nobody gets upset, and you don't get your content suppressed, and you don't have to worry about all of that. So that's the kind of future that I'm hoping for, and that I'm going to be fighting for. Hi, Mia. Good to see you. What did you want to talk about today? I did a weed and painting night with my friends. I painted what I thought was a pretty tree. Instead, I somehow painted a face screaming in a dark void. It's sad when my therapist cries like that. Wait, can I see that? Can I see that, the face of the tree again? That screaming face in the void? Yeah, that's kind of real. That's kind of real. I honestly, masterpiece, absolutely beautiful and amazing. And, you know, did you just do a Rorschach test on your therapist? Mina, did you just pull a Rorschach test on your therapist? Oh my God, girl. Oh my God. Maybe I need to send you, maybe we need to have some conversations about some stuff and kind of figure out what the hell is going on. But also, sick painting. Just TBH to me, maybe there's more to say about myself if I think this painting is really cool and really amazing. But yeah, come closer. I need people to stop saying welcome to womanhood when a trans femme tells people about a fucked up situation that happened or talks about dysphoria. Listen, being a woman, being a man shouldn't be suffering. It shouldn't be difficult, and it shouldn't be hard. Yeah, there are gonna be some things that kind of suck, you know, periods, for example, but that suffering shouldn't be a cost to be queer, to be a woman, to be a man, to be gay, to be bi, to be straight, to be a lesbian. I know somebody like, oh, Kat, what do you mean being straight? Hi, straight trans women exist, straight trans men exist, and a lot of them get kind of just like ignored, and, you know, it's just like, oh, isn't it just being gay? No, it's not. It's not gay to like trans men and trans women, especially if you are straight. I mean, unless you're gay and then you're dating a trans man or a trans woman, and if it's gay, it's gay. But usually, no, it's the same. Trans women are women, trans men are men, non-binary people are valid. Anyways, but it's the kind of thing of just like, it's frustrating because you shouldn't have to justify your existence or deal with stuff that are fucked up. Like, yeah, there could be like, you know, commiserating and, you know, shared community in that. But that shouldn't be a thing that you just be like, welcome to womanhood. It's like, I know that's like what this post means. It's like the welcome to womanhood is very much being a very sarcastic, jokingly used to be like, doesn't it suck now? Don't you hate it now? See, we all hate being women. And you're just holding up the patriarchy. You're literally holding up the same pillars and shackles that are purposely keeping you down and weighing you down to hate your fellow person. Is that really what you want to be doing? Anyways. Dad, I think I'd be happier as a girl. Every man feels that way. Get over it. What? Literally, the conversation I had with my mom whenever she told me she came out, or me, to my biological father, who I told her not to do that to. And apparently he made the comments like, yeah, I had a phase like that whenever I was younger. She'll grow out of it. And I was just like, excuse me, what? A phase? You had a phase? So you're gonna tell me that you also thought that you were potentially a girl and you just pushed it? I think you've got more that you need to think about there, my guy. Or should I say my girl? Anyways, still not gonna talk to you because you're a piece of shit. So, yeah. Like daughter, like mother, right? Like daughter, like mother. And that's the last one. All right. Thank you all so much for hanging out and vibing and watching these memes. I really greatly do appreciate it. And, you know, I don't do this often, but if you could leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel, even share this video to kind of show support for me and the community and the cafe, that would be greatly appreciated. You know, I'm trying to do more things as well outside of like making YouTube videos, kind of let out more of my creative process. Like, for instance, I made this comic here that I posted on Reddit and on Blue Sky and a couple other places. So, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll do some more. This one was a lot of fun to make, and there have been some other ones that I've been like having up in my mind that I've been trying to think about, and I just gotta remember to write them down. But, you know, thank you all so much for the support too. Like all my YouTube members, all my patrons, all my Twitch subscribers, you all really do help keep the lights on and keep them going. And you have no idea how much it all means to me, because at the end of the day, like I don't know what to say. Y'all have been so kind and generous. And I know you say it's just for how much I do for the community, but I still don't feel like I've been giving enough, and that I should be giving more in some way. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for just being you. You've been wonderful. And I hope to continue with making these videos. Next week's gonna be a collab video, and we're gonna have some more collab videos coming in. I'm working with various artists. I'm working with various friends to try to figure some stuff out. Now I got a few of them kind of lined up, and I've got some others on hold who are just waiting for me to be ready to reach out to them. So seriously though, if there are any creators you would love for me to have on this channel, please let me know. And once again, if you are a trans content creator of color, non-binary creator of color, please reach out to me. I would love to have you on, or to at least talk about some stuff that we could do together or work together and figure things out for the future. So I seriously needed to be doing more, and I recognize that. So thank you for the support, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. That's a thing to come into? I mean, yeah, I am a thing to come into. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Wow, well, clip it.